Welcome to the Tumblr's Drag Race Cycle 7 finale, where we bring back all of our sickening girls from this past cycle so they can dish the tea, we can award Miss Congeniality and Fan Favorite, and we can crown the winner of Tumblr's Drag Race Cycle 7, Tumblr's next drag superstar. So let's get started.
I'm Boxavine and I'm dressed like a clown because I have a lot of hateful feelings on the inside, so I painted a happy face on the outside.
Hi everyone, it's me, Empress, and we finally made it to the reunion! Oh my god! And as always, I am coming to you unfiltered and completely natural.
Hello, TDR community and TDR girls, Cycle 7. This is Liz. Gonna make you jizz for one last time. Maybe.
Hi, it's your Cycle 7 mentor, Pierretta, and we're finally at the end. I've been involved in quite a few cycles, and I have to say, this was the smoothest one that we've ever had. The judges were great, the contestants were great, and while I'm kind of sad that it's over, I'm glad to have everybody back in one place, and I'm excited to see what everyone has to say. So, let's get started.
Hey guys, it's me, Robin Cradles, your friendly neighborhood trash bag of a judge, and I am very excited to be here at the reunion for Tumblr's Drag Race Cycle 7. It's been such a great cycle with so many great girls, and I've gotten to know each and every one of you girls, and we're so excited to have you all back. We're so excited to crown a winner, Melee, Laveau. Who's it gonna be? Nobody knows. Wait, I do. Yeah, so let's get this reunion up and started.
She was eliminated first, but she's been taking Ohio by storm since then. Please help me welcome your first queen for the reunion, Disgrace.
Hi TDR, haven't seen you in a while. It's Disgrace, Cycle 7's #1 loser. I brought my tiara, because I felt like I deserved one. And I'm so happy to be back for the reunion. Yay.
Disgrace. Now, the first elimination is always the hardest, and no girl wants to go home first. But even since your elimination, you've put some pretty killer play-along looks together, and you've been performing non-stop. But did your elimination so early in the competition affect you in any negative way?
Yes. Yes, it did. I'm not gonna go into it too far. I was very, very, very distraught by being sent home first. And it took a long time for me to bounce back from it, but I'm back. And I'm more driven than I was before, and yeah, it took me a while to turn negatives into positives, but I did it and I'm here. Yay.
Disgrace. I've been watching the wait, let me put this in the center so it looks like I'm not reading it, because I am. I've been watching the play-alongs you did, and I really want to know what challenge would you have won had you continued on?
I know I didn't take anything from the official list for the Broadway challenge in week 3, but if Sweeney Todd had been an option, it killed it. That Mrs. Lovett play-along was my favorite thing. Still one of my favorite things I've probably ever done in my drag life. So I like to think I would have won that challenge. I don't think I would have won Snatch Game, but I think I would have at least like placed high, because I was very happy with my Snatch Game. More on that later.
Hi, Disgrace. You're a fresh face to the TDR community. Like, no one's seen you in the tag before, no one's even heard of you before, and my question to you is, I'm really curious about what made you decide to audition for TDR.
My decision to audition for TDR was very swift, and yeah, my friend messaged me and said, hey, there's this thing called Tumblr Drag Race, you should audition. And I said, okay. So I did it.
Disgrace. From your mini challenge to your main, your growth was just like unbelievable. With that said, what's your biggest regret from your 1 week in TDR?
Well, aside from the fact that it was only 1 week, I think I got very, very, very into my own head, which I have a tendency to do. I didn't plan very well, didn't really have any money to spend on anything, which I didn't think was going to be as big of an issue as it was, and yeah, I know exactly how I would have altered my look from that week to make it better, but at the time I was terrified and stressed out and not well in my head. And yeah, so I think looking back, I know exactly what I would have done differently.
So, what team are you on? Melee or Laveau?
I don't have a team. I can't pick. I really can't. I think Melee coming on as the fan vote has absolutely destroyed everything. Laveau is just so perfect. I don't know. I can't pick. Team everybody. No, Team Disgrace. Team Disgrace for the win. That's it. I'm gonna come back and snipe the entire competition. Hey. There's a plot twist. Blog about that. So I guess this is it. TDR is finally winding down. Wound down for me a long time ago. So yeah, it's been a great opportunity being part of this community, and I feel very loved and supported, and I'm doing great things here in my community, and I hope to continue to be part of the TDR community, and yeah, happy reunion, and congratulations to whoever wins, just forthcoming. Yay.
Next up is the girl that puts the charm in charm school, Miss Lila Millitham. Did I say that right?
Audrey, where's my coffee? Hello, it's been 10 weeks, hasn't it? So I'm gonna answer your questions. I apologise in advance, because I'm ill.
As a competitor from across the pond, do you feel being foreign helps or hinders competing in TDR, which is mainly based, judges and contestant-wise, in the United States?
Truly, no, not really. It's understandable that this competition is based around the pageant system, and there's not many drag pageants in the UK. But Antonina this cycle managed to get 5th place, so and she's in Europe. But then you realise that a British queen hasn't really made it that far. Like Savannah Scotia made it quite far. So you can argue that, but it's a matter of subjective opinion. Because drag isn't in the rule. Like, there's no rule book. Is there? And Anina has really put a stamp on European drag as a whole. So yeah.
Hi Lila, my little nugget. After being favored before the cycle by fans and former competitors alike, are you disappointed you didn't go further in the competition?
Yeah, really, after all, I feel like there's an expectation to succeed and do well once you've been a part of the community for so long, and I spent a week after my elimination convinced that all the people that were my closest friends felt that let down because of my efforts. A lot of people see me as this fun, odd character, but they don't realise that there's so much background worry and anxiety that just floods when I've done something that's offensive or feel like I've let down someone. That just happens. So yeah, I feel like I haven't completed what I sought out to accomplish, which is why I did the play-alongs in the first place. And it sucks because that's what happens when you're up against people who are much more confident than you and much more polished. Look at me.
Lila, I first saw you when you auditioned for Cycle 5, and you weren't at your best, but you quickly gained momentum, becoming runner-up on Charm School. We saw a drive in you since then. What happened from the point that you auditioned that cycle to this cycle that caused you kind of not to move forward as much?
For this question, don't want to show you the armpits. Bella me, I haven't shaved. Firstly, I didn't get on my head like I was still on holiday, like in a private room by myself, going, "Oh my god, I made it! What? Huh?" Like and I feel like that defeated us a bit. Considering as soon as I got eliminated, looks I did one much better than like flat crease. Your crease is too low. Or the off-coloured eyebrows. That was my favourite one.
Audrey, where's my coffee? My coffee. Audrey.
I'm guessing that I wasn't ready for the challenge either. I mean, if I just waited a cycle later, I guess I could have done better than I originally did. I knew I'd be out early, really, there's no denying that. As I said in my audition, I was the most amateur of amateurs. And I did Charm School, I did get close, but I would have been in the same place as I am this cycle, last cycle. And I feel like, the same as Amira, I tried something different. Like, I tried being more natural. Like today. Do you love me? I felt like I could do something a bit more natural, going to the beach and then the clown crease I normally do. And like her, doing something different. Ultimately eliminate me. Thank you!
Now, Lila, besides the play-alongs you did this cycle, what other challenges do you think you would have excelled at?
The mini challenge with the singing, because I love doing that. I made these for it. It's a shame they don't last that long though. The elastic in them. So I'm gonna have to re-sew the elastic in them. For the ones I didn't get a chance to do because acting challenges started appearing in the top 8, thank you! I would have done the Who Killed Tumblr's Next Drag Superstar video challenge, and the mini challenge to do that week with the product, because I would have sold either a green wig or black rhinestones. The only luck challenge that I'd probably do was the Cycle 7 versus Season 7 main challenge. Also the challenge that I enjoyed the most because it was my idea, the Trio Girl Group challenge. You're welcome, Robin.
So, whose team are you on?
I'm gonna say Melly, because the bitch came from being not even casted at all, from being forwarded onto the cycle by the viewers only just, and she has delivered week after week. She has the best track record, the most amount of gold star wins, and she's been consistent during the cycle. Yeah, she's been low once, but the ability to come back from a snatch game in the last challenge proves that she has ample amounts of time to correct her mistakes and fight past her flaws. From what I know of her, I can imagine her upholding the professional standards of this cycle onto the next, making decisions that are on par with this cycle, and hopefully continuing the TDR tag for more than another 2 years after the fiascos we've seen in the cycle. Oh, I've been part of those. Good luck, Melly. I hope you win, because let's be honest, you are the most genuine person I've ever met. The kindest person I've ever met. Now I've met Sabrina Citrus, and she is the kindest person ever. She's very nervous, but she was kind. My final words are, I hope to continue being active in the tag. I don't know, hopefully more active than Flora.
Hey, Flora, okay.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Shining bright in Atlanta, Georgia, our next queen is another Charm School graduate. Please welcome LED.
Hello, it is me, LED, in stunning low definition, as always. Me and my 2 megapixel camera are here to answer any of the questions that you may or may not have been dying to hear during this cycle of Tumblr's Drag Race.
LED, you were one of my Charm School favorites, and I'm very disappointed to see you not do as well as I had hoped this cycle. What's your biggest regret from your short time in the competition?
Other than choosing to do the wrong version of Defying Gravity for the Broadway challenge, I would have to say that my biggest regret is not taking the competition as seriously as I should have, and not giving myself enough time to complete the challenges. I tried to throw everything together in one sitting instead of taking my time and allowing myself to do it properly. The only exception was week 2, but that's because I had somebody who helped me manage my time properly. I totally regret not putting my everything into this competition, and I kind of kick myself in the ass for it when I wake up in the morning. And I'm like, you could have done so much better. One of my friends told me, she was like, Ellie, you didn't lose because of a lack of talent. You lost because of who you are as a person. I just scrambled to do everything at the last minute, which was totally the wrong move on my part because I was afforded this awesome opportunity to work with super awesome people and do super awesome things, and I totally wasted it because I just put it on the back burner.
So Ellie, it says here that in order to answer this question, you must submit nudes. Anyways, how do you not put TDR in the back burner for your submissions? Do you think that you would have gone a little bit farther? And do you think getting eliminated helped you with your time and commitment to Drag Wars in Atlanta?
I have no doubt in my mind that I could have gone so much farther in this competition had I not phoned it in week 3. If I wouldn't have put everything on the back burner, I could have truly showcased all of these super awesome ideas that I have, but I lack in the follow-through category. And I totally underestimated not only the amount of work that it would take to complete the challenges as the judges wanted to see them, but I also underestimated the amount of talent that these other girls had, and that was a huge mistake on my part. I kept thinking, well, I can half-ass this week because somebody else is going to do worse, right? And that wasn't the case. This bunch of girls is so super talented, and it was stupid of me to think that I could get by waiting on somebody else to make a mistake. As far as Drag Wars is concerned, not being on TDR did give me a lot more time to put myself into the Atlanta community for performing. And for those of you who don't know, I get to perform for Phoenix every Wednesday, and it has been an absolute blessing because I've not only gotten to work with Phoenix, I've gotten to meet Nicole Page Brooks, Violet Chachki, Trinity K. Bonet, and I've been able to perform for some of the most talented people that I've ever met in my life, and that's been such a blessing. I wouldn't have gotten to that level to be able to perform for these people if it wouldn't have been for Tumblr's Drag Race. And even the short amount of time that I was in the competition, I grew so much. And now I can meet people like Eva Destruction and know what I'm talking about and be able to back up my claims for being talented, because I can go out there and pound my vagina really hard into the floor and people go, yes, work!
This question is for Ellie. Though your time was cut short here, do you think that you learned anything important while being on TDR?
Oh, I learned so much from my short time in being in this competition. I learned that you should never dance on carpeted floors. I learned that if you're gonna be in the bottom 2 for sure, you should probably learn the words to the lip sync. I learned that you can find friends in the strangest of places, including an online drag competition, because I've made friends with some super awesome people who have got my back no matter what, and if I ever need anything, I can always pick up my phone and go to that stupid Facebook group chat, and I know that there are so many people who will love and support me no matter what. And so I would say that I learned some pretty awesome shit from my 3 weeks in this competition. As stupid and cheesy as that sounds, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
LED. We've seen videos of your live performances, and when you're on a stage, you're an amazing performer. However, your lip syncs on TDR often fell flat. Why do you think this is, and how does being on a stage in a real-life drag show compare to an online competition like TDR?
Oh, you think that I'm a good performer! That's awesome. I think that the biggest difference between performing live on a stage and doing Tumblr's Drag Race, other than the fact that I'm immensely camera shy, is that you have to learn to present yourself differently. Like when I'm out on stage performing for who knows how many people, I go out there, I have a number that is completely handpicked by me. I have choreography that is completely handpicked by me. I do and wear exactly what I want to do. And in Tumblr's Drag Race, you don't necessarily get that option. And you have to learn to present yourself in a way that is appealing to a panel of people who may or may not agree with you. And I guess that's true to a degree for live performances, but I'm also not being eliminated or whatever from my live performances. It's just crazy to put yourself in like a different dimension of performing, because you have to learn how to take good pictures and showcase your talents in a way that works in this two-dimensional picture computer interwebs pixelated environment. I think that worked. Does that make sense? I hope so.
So, what team are you on? Melee or Laveau?
I personally feel that when you consider the Melee versus Laveau argument, you have to consider what we look for in a winner of TDR. Melee absolutely decimated the competition, and she proved from the beginning that even after being the fan vote, she deserved to be here, and she clawed her way to the top. And aesthetically speaking, she is one of the most talented people that TDR has ever seen. That being said, Laveau was not always the strongest each week, but looking forward and into the future of Tumblr's Drag Race, you also have to think about who's going to carry the torch. And I think there's no better analogy than looking at the final challenge of this cycle, the past, the present, and the future. You have to think about the past, where Melee has Laveau whipped. She absolutely crushed all of the previous challenges. But also, the present and the future, you have to think about who's going to be the representative and who's going to be the face of Cycle 8. And I think that goes to Laveau. She is a teacher by day, and she knows how to help people be the best whatever they can be. And I think when it comes to a judging position, you have to be able to give that constructive criticism and lead people and guide them into being whatever it is they want to be. I think Laveau has that in her, and I think that she will be the one who does super amazing things with Cycle 8. Not to say that Melee also isn't super capable of turning Cycle 8 into something wonderful, but if I have to pick one of the two, I'm gonna be hashtag Team Laveau all day, every day. I just wanted to say that I love all of you so much, and thank you for anybody who ever supported me during my time on Tumblr's Drag Race. Anybody who didn't like what I did, I'm very sorry, but hate it for you. I just love everybody so much, and I think that it's such an awesome, super wonderful thing that we have fostered this community into being something so supportive after all of the negativity that had been going around. And Ava, you did something wonderful when you brought life back to this community, and I can't thank you enough for that, because it has become an almost completely safe place for people to express who they are, even if they can't go out in public and do it, and if they live at home with their parents and they're scared to be who they are in the real world, they can come onto Tumblr and express themselves through drag in a place that is safe. And it's just such an awesome time to be alive, and the panel of judges has been so awesome to me and the rest of the girls, and I just don't even know what else to say to thank you properly. But I'm going to figure out something to do at some point. I just don't know what yet. I'm just in awe of how talented you all are, and for even a second believing in little old me. And I just want to fucking squeeze your neck because you're all so amazing. And yeah. This is LED, a little bright, a lot of tacky. Bye!